After the decision which had been taken at the Nagpur session in 1920, it was almost like we are ready for a mass movement. And when it was ready for a mass movement, Gandhi taught the people that they should unfold the movement in stages. First of all, they must surrender their titles, and then they should boycott the British goods and other things. When it came to surrendering of titles, even Rabindranath Tagore gave back his knighthood, and the movement took a big stand. When it was boycotting the British made goods, people resorted to the measure of bonfire of British cloth and goods. This means that the spirit of nationalism had reached to its peak, and the people were ready to resort to any measure in order to achieve independence. But this unity which was seen on the forefront, there were a lot of undercurrents below. Now, every group of people, even the people living in cities and the towns and the tribals, had different views regarding independence and about the movement. Now, let's see how did it start and what happened. As far as the movement was concerned in the towns and the cities, the first thing that the people did was that they started boycotting the schools, colleges and even the elections. Now, this meant that they showed to the British government that they were unhappy and they wanted a big change. As far as the economic front is concerned in the cities, the foreign cloth was boycotted, the liquor shops were picketed, again giving a blow to the British Empire economically. Now, this seemed a very rosy picture. Students not going to the schools and the colleges, lawyers not going to the court, people not going to their offices, and boycott of foreign goods and the foreign cloth, picketing of the shops. But how long could they sustain was another question, because the movement in the cities died slowly, and there were reasons for it. The movement could not continue for a very long, because when they actually discarded the British cloth and they had to buy khadi, it worked out very expensive, because khadi is hand spun and very expensive, and the machine made cloth of the Britishers was easy, cheaper. Besides, there were no alternative institutions for the people to go and work or study. That is, supposing they decided not to go to the British offices, schools and colleges, there were no alternative schools, colleges or the offices. That means after few months they had to go and join the same institutions. How long could the students sit at home, or how long could the people keep themselves away from the workplace? They had to earn money. So, the people in towns and cities ultimately had to forego this movement, because they needed alternative institutions which were not there, and if they were to make such institutions, it would take a lot of time. So, this was the scenario of the movement in the towns.